Questions for Genius? Any of the Genius questions? All right. Yeah.
The Justice Department charged a sitting congresswoman with assault over the protest at the ICE facility in New Jersey. How do you square that when the same administration pardoned so many who assaulted officers on January 6th?
Well, nobody, of course, is above the law, and I have full confidence that the court system, the judicial system in this country, will handle that issue in an appropriate way.
Leader Thune, as you know, Moody's has joined Fitch and S&P in downgrading U.S. credit, and primarily because they don't have confidence that this Congress can rein in the national debt. Is it time for a more realistic assessment and accounting of the cost of reconciliation, given that it's going to increase the deficit and debt regardless of how you score that, and it's going to add to interest costs both in the private sector and for the government?
Well, I think the stated goal, we just heard from the Speaker at lunch, is to come up with a bill that doesn't add to the deficit or the debt. And so hopefully we will be able to deliver on that. But the one thing you have to have, if you want to deal with deficits and debt, is a dynamic economy. You have to have an economy that's growing and expanding. And a lot of the tax policies included in the reconciliation bill under consideration in the House, and that ultimately will come to the Senate, do just that. They are pro-growth policies that create greater growth in the economy, better paying jobs, and when people are making money and taking realizations, they're paying taxes and tax revenues go up. So you need the pro-growth policies, many of which will be included in there. And then, but it is a warning shot that we need to get serious about spending restraint. And that's why I think a lot of our colleagues have made it very clear that in order for a bill to get through the House and the Senate and on the President's desk, it has to make a meaningful dent in the out-of-control spending we've seen over the past several years. And, you know, we just coming off 4 years of the Biden administration. They did 2 reconciliation bills. They added $3 trillion in spending and $3 trillion to the debt. And we're now trying to undo some of that damage. But we have to get this thing in a place where we're slowing the rate of growth in spending and bending that curve down, getting growth in the economy. And before long, you can start seeing this thing start to come back into balance. But it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take courage. It's going to take principled leadership. And a willingness of Republicans, obviously, because we're not going to get any help from Democrats, to do the hard work when it comes to reducing spending.